I thought I would do something a little bit different than I've done before, of course. And I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but I've read about shapeshifters, and I've only read about them in books and stuff. But supposedly there's people that are able to take and distort their features and the way that they look. And, they're supposedly mythical, but I guess that there's some truth to it. I'm not sure if I'm a very firm believer in such things. Um, I mean, being able to change the actual shape of your face or head. I mean, that just seems so ludicrous and would be rather impossible for a human to do. I've heard about things like that, and my heart is in the right place. At least I think it is. A lot of these strange things, I'm sure that they happen, but I've heard about this, and this is a video that I've been working on, and I just thought that I would talk about some interesting things, some things that you just might find fascinating, interesting maybe. As I said before, I am working on this, and it's still in the very infant stages of, of being able to actually, do something like that, and being able to, I saw something like that in a movie. I think it was in Star Trek 6, where Captain Kirk was on, he was on a blown up, I guess it was a blown up moon, and he was there, and he ran into a shapeshifter. Now, from what I've heard, people like that are really, it's really a strange, strange thing. A shapeshifter? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't know. I think it would take an awful lot of concentration for someone to be able to do something like that. That's the most craziest thing that I've ever heard of before in my life. But I've been working on my new video, and it's not fully perfected yet, but shape shifting and being able to change the way that your face is shaped or the way that your head is. That's really odd, don't you think? Who would be able to actually take and change the actual shape of their face? That's completely, completely ludicrous. Well, that's just something that, you would have to decide for yourself if such things are possible, because, when you come to think about it, I'm sure that things are possible for people to change the way that they look, or, change their face. I suppose that that's possible. But, you know, I guess I'd have to actually see it to believe it. You know, for me to actually believe that somebody could do something like that. I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever that somebody would be able to take and actually change the shape of their face or their head for that matter, as if somehow, some way you can just, shift the way that you look. I mean, that's just so crazy, you know? I don't know. Sometimes crazy things are really, really possible. From my experience, however, I don't think such things would actually be possible. I mean, how in the world would somebody be able to do something so crazy like that? Being able to take and actually shift, the shape of their actual face. It just sounds ridiculous. I mean, don't you think? I mean, I don't know. I've experienced a lot of different things before in my life, really, really odd things, like, I don't know, just really, really odd. Being able to shift the way that your face is shaped is so oddball. I mean, sometimes I know that it would be better, that two heads would be better than one. I don't know if you ever heard of that. I've heard that two heads would be better than one. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it all depends on how you look at it. I guess two heads could be better than one. I don't really know. Oh, I'm getting a terrible headache. But I've heard that before, that two heads are better than one. But I don't know. All in all, a lot of crazy things happen in this world. And excuse me, I'm just going to smoke a cigarette for a minute. Yeah, I don't know. Really, really odd. But, you never know. I mean, I guess things like that are and can be possible. But, I don't know. It's not something that I would think is logical. Within the molds of logic. I don't know. I mean, people shifting the way that their face looks. I mean, doesn't that seem a little bit... Oh, let me fix my glasses. Doesn't that seem just a little bit odd? I don't know. Shape shifting?